Hey gamers, welcome back to Creative Gamers. Today, we're checking out the latest update for the Eden Switch emulator, version 3 RC, or more specifically, the first release candidate for version 0.03. Now, while this might sound exciting, let me just be honest with you. There hasn't been any noticeable performance improvement since the last temporary backup update. In fact, many users online are still complaining about issues, and after testing multiple games myself, I can confirm they're absolutely right. This update is more about testing and stability. According to the developers, this version is in feature freeze, meaning no new features are being added right now. They're mainly focused on fixing bugs and polishing the emulator. If all goes well during this one-week testing phase, it'll be pushed as the final stable version 0.0.3. But if not, more RCs will be released until everything's solid. So if you're looking for the most stable experience, I'd recommend waiting for the final version. But if you're okay with testing and helping improve the emulator, then you can try this RC now. To get started, there are a few essential files you'll need. First is the Eden APK itself, then the Switch firmware file, the prod.keys, and finally, your game files in either NSP or XCI format. The setup process is similar to yuzu, so if you've used that before, this will feel very familiar. Once Eden is installed, make sure notifications are turned on. This helps you stay updated with patches and features. Next, go ahead and install the product keys and the firmware file. After that, you'll set up your game directories so the emulator can detect your installed games. Once you land on the home screen, you'll notice a neat change. There's now a new game display feature. You can choose between carousel view, grid view, or a list view. The carousel mode in particular looks very slick and makes it easier to scroll through your games just like on a real Switch. Now let's dive into the settings because these tweaks will make a huge difference in your experience. Head over to Advanced Settings, then open System Settings. Scroll down to Limit Speed and set it to 250%. This will help prevent overheating during long play sessions. Then scroll all the way down to the Network section. Click on Web Token and generate a new token. It's a random number used by the emulator for certain online functions. After that, set your web username. This can be anything you want, just type it and save. Next up, go into graphics settings. Set the accuracy level to normal for balanced performance. Then adjust your resolution. Choose balanced, 0.75x, for decent visual quality without overloading your GPU. If you're using a low-end device, go even lower. 0.5x resolution will help avoid lag and overheating. If you're on an Adreno GPU, you can turn on force maximum clocks, but be careful, this can cause your phone to heat up fast. Make sure asynchronous shaders is enabled. It helps reduce stuttering, though it may cause minor visual glitches. Then set VSync mode to immediate to minimize input delay. Finally, scroll to the bottom and set aspect ratio to stretch to window, so your game fits the screen nicely. While you're still in advanced settings, head into device overlay settings and turn it off. This removes the on-screen debug overlay and gives you a cleaner view while gaming. Then go into Eden's Veil settings. If you're using a Snapdragon processor, choose Adreno or Xclipse for the shader backend. If your device runs on another chip, go with Mali. Set the VRAM usage mode to aggressive to push better performance and smoother rendering. Now let's talk about one of the coolest features, custom GPU drivers. This is available for Snapdragon devices only. Go back to the main settings and tap on GPU driver, then click Fetch. The emulator will automatically recommend a driver based on your device. For example, mine suggested Mr. Purple Turnip, so I downloaded the latest version of that driver. It's simple. Just search the name online, download, and apply it. Alright, now for the highlight of this update, multiplayer. Eden now supports full multiplayer connectivity with 3 awesome options. First, there's Browse Public Rooms. You can search for active game rooms and join matches from players around the world. Second, there's Join Room. Perfect if your friend gives you a code. And third, Create Room lets you host your own game session. Everything done in settings. Let's check out some games tests. This multiplayer feature is a solid step forward for the emulator, but remember, it's still in testing. So don't be surprised if you run into some lag or connection bugs. To wrap it up, yes, this update does bring some great new features, especially with multiplayer and game view modes, but don't expect a performance boost just yet. The devs have clearly said that future updates will focus more on bug fixes and performance improvements, especially once the stable build of version 0.0.3 is released. So if you're okay with testing out a few bugs and giving feedback, go ahead and try this version. But if you want the smoothest gameplay experience, it's probably better to wait just a little longer. Oh, and before I go, quick test report for those wondering about compatibility. Recently tested Red Dead Redemption 1 running on MediaTek Dimensity 8200 Ultra, and surprisingly, it's playable at around 15 to 20 FPS. The frame rate is relatively stable, but unfortunately, massive graphical glitches make the experience pretty rough right now. So yeah, performance is there, but visuals need a lot of work. Alright, that's it for today's breakdown of the Eden Emulator V3 RC update. If this helped you out, drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more emulator content, and let me know in the comments, what game are you testing on Eden right now?